Stephanie Theakston, coordinator for Lexington's Domestic and Sexual Violence Prevention Coalition. We want survivors to know that there are people in our community who believe you, care about you, and want to support you as you seek safety. We're talking with some of those people so that you can become familiar with their services and the faces of people you may meet along the way. Today we were at the Sexual Violence Resource Center of the Bluegrass, and here's what they had to say about services they provide.
So our agency, SVRC, provides a number of services here in the Lexington area. So first we have medical advocacy. So that's an individual that goes to the hospital when a survivor comes into the emergency room and they say they've been assaulted. Kentucky state statute actually requires the hospital to then call their center in that region for a medical advocate to go to the hospital. That individual goes to the hospital, offers support, offers that survivor to understand what their rights are under the law, also gives them some information for future services that they might be interested in. We also have legal advocacy, so that would be an advocate that would go to the courts with that individual, may talk with their attorney with them, filing an EPO, an IPO, or a DVO. We have crisis counseling, and so that is a form of counseling that is by a bachelor's level person that is really based on just coping and grounding skills. So in this moment, helping that person to breathe or helping that person to realize I'm safe in this room. So very specific techniques. We also have group therapy. That does include some of our Lexington folks go out to it. It is in another county, but we do pay for Lyft services for our Lexington clients that do not have transportation to go to this service in Jessamine County, in Keene, Kentucky. We also have individual therapy, and we have that can be long-term or short-term. So depending on the needs and the goals of that particular client, it could be that they need 6 to 8 sessions. It could be that they need a year or 2. It really depends on their level of trauma from this experience, as well as maybe some other experiences they had before that. And we also have education and prevention, as well as outreach in the community. So volunteers from the Lexington region. We also work in a number of middle schools and high schools in this region, and hopefully an increasing number of those for understanding, what is safe, what is unsafe, how do you talk to someone, for example, when you're even wanting to date, what are red, yellow, and green flags for dating, those types of things. So that's really a broad range of our services in the Lexington area. For a survivor, the quickest way is to call into our 24/7 support line, and they will go straight to an individual that is trained to answer that phone. And so they can chat with them about whatever they need to. They could be a primary survivor. They could also be what we call a secondary survivor. So someone that's been impacted by the sexual assault of a loved one. Could be a parent, could be a partner, could be a child. Any of those individuals can get access to our resources. And from that, then they could get access to other resources, crisis response therapy, groups that they might feel comfortable with, or maybe they're just needing to use that support line in order to get that support in that moment, and that's perfectly okay as well. If someone does call the national line, which is RAIN's line, it will then have them enter their area code, and it will then route them to our support line. A couple of extra steps though, so we do recommend calling through our support line so you get directly to a crisis responder to meet the needs of that particular individual. You are not alone. We believe you. We are here to support you, however that looks. And for each survivor, that will be different. Some need, the medical advocacy. Some may need crisis counseling. Some might want one-on-one therapy with an individual. But we can assist in what is your choice at that time. and that we are here 24/7 to support you and again believe you that this has happened, and we're here to help you to move through this traumatic experience to reach the goals that you want to reach post assault.